All right, in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to connect your calendars so that clients can easily book time with you and you can schedule those meetings. That's super important to pretty much any business, is being able to coordinate time with clients and other people. All right, so let's jump in. We're here back in our Marketing OS. We're going to hit Settings and we're going to come back to My Profile. And you'll see we already set up our email two-way sync. So we're going to scroll down here. I'm one of those here in this calendar settings. We got nothing right now, which is okay. We're gonna get it set up. We're gonna hit add new. The account that I'm connecting here is a Google Calendar, but as you can see, there are a lot of different kinds of calendars you can connect. Since I'm using a Google Calendar or a Google account, I'm gonna also use Google Meet for my video conferencing, but if you use something different, you can obviously connect those as well. All right, let's jump through this. When you do click Google, it takes you over to this page and you just have to hit sign in. So it's like an extra little step there. I'm going to connect this. You're going to have to say yes to all of these things because, again, it is booking things on your calendar, booking things on other people's calendar through you. It has to do a lot of work. Now you're going to see this pop up. This is for connecting a Google business profile to this Google account. It asks you this anytime you connect a Google account. Now, since this is my test account, it doesn't have a Google business profile. If you're using your Google account that has a Google business profile, then you're probably going to want to pick something out of here. There's obviously nothing here, and add that. But so we're just going to hit close. All right, now that that's connected, we're going to come back to my profile. And you'll see down here that we have this calendar is now a connected calendar. And now we have a few more settings on here. And if you still need to come back and add your video conferencing, you can do that here. We're going to stay in the calendars though. But you'll see that we now have linked calendars and conflict calendars. Okay, what's going on here? So your linked calendar, we need to go ahead and select that one that we just added. So we're going to say, yep, that's the linked calendar I want. And what that means is that anytime someone books a appointment, it's going to place it on this calendar. So this is the linked calendar is where the appointments get placed on what schedule. Okay, so that's important. But this conflict calendar, I feel like, is at least as important because we want people to only be able to book time with us when we're free. Now, by default, when you link a calendar, it's going to say, hey, I'm going to check for conflicts on that calendar. But life these days is a lot more complex than that. Most of us have multiple calendars. So if you have, say you have a personal calendar that you keep, going and playing soccer with friends or, picking up your kids or whatever, whatever is on that calendar. Or maybe you have a second job and you don't want work to be booked at the same time on these two different calendars because they can't see each other. Well, you can, what we can do is here in this, what we're going to do is we're going to add another calendar. So I'm going to add actually another Google calendar. Sign in with Google. I'm going to add this one. I'm going to continue. I'm going to go through and do all the things. And then we'll come back to my profile. And you'll see that now there are two calendars. So if I do the same thing, if I add this one, then it's going to check both this calendar and this other calendar. It's going to see like, hey, when are you free here? When are you free here? And it's only going to show the times that are free across both calendars. So this is how you can kind of manage the complexity of modern life a little bit by bringing in these different calendars. Now, one other thing I'll just show you, because it kind of relates to setting up your calendars, is just a little below you have your user availability. So right now it's, at least you get the weekends off, but we're working 24 hours a day. That's probably not when you want to be available. So if you say, hey, I don't want to take any meetings before, let's say 8 a.m. then, and I only want them to, I don't want to take anything after 5 p.m. Let's just go with kind of something traditional. I can hit copy, that'll copy it to the other days, but then you say, actually, I take all the Fridays off. Okay, cool. Now Friday's gone, so I just hit update availability. And so now what it's doing is when someone wants to book with me, it's going to say, okay, I'm only available on these days between these times when both of these calendars are free. So do you see how now we're starting to dial in some of that complexity? In another video where I show you how to set up the bookable calendars, we can actually dial this in even more where There can be a time range that you're available for certain type of appointments, like those 15-minute free consults or your longer paid appointments. You can have different availability for different types of engagements. We'll cover that in another video, but for now, we've got this all set up so that when things get booked, they get placed in the right area so that you can connect with more and more clients and grow your business.